Lesson 2 of Module 4 is about finding the right words. We now understand the importance and purpose of sharing something, but we still need to figure out what to say. This lesson will give you lots of guidance on where to look when trying to find the words to say during worship. In this lesson, we're going to discover planned words, unplanned words, culture-shaping words, and we'll have some personal application at the end as well. This lesson is for worship leaders and song leaders. This module is all about maximizing participation from the crowd, those who have gathered to worship. This is after your preparation and your practice with the team. We're now at church on a Sunday whenever you gather, and you're leading worship. As the leader, you have to be able to respond to what's happening in the moment, but you can also avoid unnecessary detours by planning and preparing well. When it comes to talking, if you don't plan, you default to what you know, or fill your sentences with ineffective fillers like Plan what you want to say. Think about the words you're using. Consider which scriptures can bring what you're trying to say to life. Go for confident, authentic, compassionate, God-honoring words. Here are some tips to consider when preparing what to say. Let's break it down under those two headings, planned and unplanned. Include in your preparation moments to connect with the congregation every week. Even if you don't use what you prepared, it's good to practice. You're training yourself to consider all the aspects. You're learning to prepare with the heart of compassion. You're getting good at drafting and sharing concepts and thoughts quickly and effectively. You're spending more time in the Word and going beyond the songs and growing in your understanding of worship and who God is. This can be a scripture, a prayer, or a short encouragement about 10 to 30 seconds long. Consider when you're going to do it. After which song? During which part of which song? How does it add to the journey that you've taken these people on? This is always to encourage and serve. It's not to tell the crowd off for not doing something you thought they should. Make sure the tone of whatever you're saying is encouraging and compassionate. If the crowd aren't worshiping, in your opinion, inspire and encourage them. You can plan these encouragements. Here's a few ways you can do it. Vocally, during the singing, sing clearly and sing what's on the screens. Make sure the version that you have is the same that's on the screen if you use screens. You may want to give a vocal cue that tells people which section of the song you're going into. Mention the first few words or the first line of that section. Christ is enough. Or let's sing, I will give. If you choose to go somewhere else, explain yourself. If the line is I will sing and you want to sing, we will sing, say let's declare we will sing. Say what you're doing, elaborate if you have to, and then do it confidently. It could be as simple as let's sing that line again, God is with us this morning. Or let's declare we will sing. We're one body praising one true God. It's a small truth that both instructs and inspires. You can plan some of these based on where you feel the worship is going. This may sound obvious, but I've seen this not done well so often. As if communicating what you're thinking is less spiritual. Remember our picture of being a guide? If you have a better view from where you're standing, tell others about it so that they can experience it too. Don't just tell them what you saw after the trip. Invite them to come and experience it together. Don't feel you have to have a sermon ready for each weekend. You're the worship leader, not the preacher. Keep it short, keep it focused on God, keep it encouraging and inclusive. Then there's unplanned words. By unplanned words, I mean one-liners that keep the congregation with you. They're short encouragements that are inspiring, inclusive, and instructive. These are unplanned in the sense that you have to read the situation and say something that fits best. but you can think through the kind of lines you would like to say in different situations. Use inclusive words and phrases like let's, together, from the front to the back, left to right. Get some new vocabulary in your head and your heart so it's ready when you need it. I have a resource for you on this to get you started. You can download that to the right of this video. Considering unplanned words to say in the moment also ensures you keep your finger on the pulse. Are people still engaging? A good sign that they are is that they're singing along and are energetic about it. If not, it's often just a small encouragement that gets them back. Don't rush on and forget them. Rather get them back, even if it means not doing that song or that musical piece that you practiced. You're the guide. Stop and wait for everyone to catch up before you climb on. These type of moments is where leadership kicks in. You know your church better than me. You need to communicate with words that connect with them. But the principle of this works in any context. And part of what we're doing is also shaping the culture of worship. We have people with different experiences and understanding of worship. So we lead by example in the way that we worship, and we teach through scripture and encouraging. And if you're consistent, you may find you have to speak less, but it's something we're always doing as we grow in our understanding of worship and knowledge of God, and as God takes us into new experiences of worshiping Him. So in this lesson we've covered planning words to say, and looking out for those unplanned words, and culture shaping words. The personal application today is, what are the words and phrases that you default to when leading or talking? If you're unsure, ask someone on your team or your pastor. They may have some insights for you. Being aware of these will help you get rid of them from your vocabulary and help you replace them with some better choices. Secondly, take a psalm and turn it into a 10-second prayer. This is practicing taking scripture and turning it into a prayer for planned or unplanned moments. You can take that same scripture and make a 10-second, 20-second, and 30-second encouragement. In the workbook, I give you some examples of how to do this. And finally, take that scripture and turn it into a spiritual song. In our final module, I have a lesson on spiritual songs and being spontaneous, so that will help you do this. Do the same exercise with the New Testament verse as well. Our next lesson in this module is about shifting our thinking and seeing ourselves as teachers. I'll see you there.